Hello and welcome to SportsCenter from home. I'm Kara Waglin. Joining me is our hockey insider, Bob McKenzie. And Bob, some big developments on Sunday night in the NHL's return to play plan. So what can you tell us?
What I can tell you is that the National Hockey League and the National Hockey League Players Association reached a tentative agreement on the return to play protocols for Phase 3, which is training camp, and Phase 4, which would be the hub cities, Toronto and Edmonton, where they would actually play games to the conclusion of 2019-20. So they've reached a tentative agreement on that. I should point out, though, that until they get the tentative agreement done on the collective bargaining agreement, memo of understanding, which is really guaranteeing an economic framework for the players and the owners for the next 6 years, until that is put to bed either later tonight or sometime tomorrow, the entire package can't be voted on by the Board of Governors and or ratified by the NHLPA Executive Committee and the NHLPA full membership. That may take till later in the week for all that to happen, but if everything goes according to plan, they are still hoping, and I say hoping because this is such a fluid situation, that training camps could open as early as July 13th throughout the National Hockey League.
So now, the big question everyone wants to know with all of these restarts with these sports leagues, how will the league handle a positive COVID test once training camps get underway?
Well, whether it's training camp Phase 3 or return to play in the hub cities Phase 4, the very first thing that happens when these players test positive is that they're extracted from the situation. Now, there is a hugely detailed testing protocol here where 48 hours before players report to training camp, they are tested, and that they are tested every other day after that. There are temperature and symptom checks have to be conducted on the players when they're at home prior to 2 hours just before they leave their home to go to the arena, and again, more temperature and symptom checks when they show up at the rink. But if a player does test positive, he's pulled out of the situation, whether it's Phase 3 or Phase 4, and then obviously goes through an entire regimen of treatment to find out whether it's that it is actually a true positive test. And on top of all of that, there's a whole protocol for whether that player gets back into action anytime, depending obviously on how things roll out, whether the player's asymptomatic, and a whole host of other factors that get taken into consideration.
Okay, so a lot to digest here, but still some good news as we get one step closer to the return of hockey. Thanks so much, Bob.
Thanks, Kara.